Welcome to the channel and Transport Fever 2. This is a transport simulation game that was released in the 11th of September 2019. If you're watching this in the future, this is going to be a fairly brief introduction simply because I don't really have much of a track record with Transport Fever. The original game was released in 2016 and I'll be completely honest, I missed it completely, mainly because I was preoccupied with playing Total War. And it wasn't until about 2018 when I actually bought the original Transport Fever in a sale. And I'm going to be completely honest, I didn't like the interface. I like the concept of the game, but I found the interface difficult to use and it didn't really engage me. So I kind of only literally played it for a few hours and then gave up. But what I've seen with Transport Fever 2 has really rekindled my interest in the game, because I do like transport simulation games. So I'm going to be completely upfront. I know very little about this game. What we're going to be doing is we're going to go for the campaign option. You can see we've got the usual free sandbox type game load. There's even a map editor. Because I know very little about the game, we're going to go straight for the campaign.
Mankind is constantly creating
amazing and what you've actually got is 3 campaigns, but you can see they are locked. So it looks like the first one consists of 6 missions, so we've got to start with this one. I'm just going to go into here. And it looks like they're going to give us a little bit of a world tour, which hopefully will allow us to look at the various regions and map types. But you can see
near the Carson River, gold has been found. There's supposed to be loads of it. All you need to do is dig it up. Anyone who keeps at it hard enough will be richly rewarded. What a splendid opportunity.
Looks very much like the first introductory mission, I suppose is the best way to describe it, is on the west coast of America, probably around where the Great Gold Rush was, because that's roughly where San Francisco was. And I think we might as well just jump straight into it. You can see there's some bonus tasks. Now, this is going to be very much a shared experience. I know very little about the game. I've watched a little bit of Sky Storms and Colonel Failer's series on Transport Fever 2, and that is my entire limit of my experience. So this is going to be very much a shared experience. Chapter 1, Mission 1. America in the midst of the 19th century in Nevada Territory, where until recently only a handful of buffalo grazed, nowadays is the hustle and bustle. I think what I've probably done is, because I've turned the volume down, I've probably turned off the audio. Let me just see if I can get there.
Thanks to cleverness and luck at cards, you have a gold mine all your own. The former owner, a gal at the saloon by the name of Susie, who plays a lousy hand of poker, already took care of the groundwork. And a practical woman, she left the necessary equipment behind too. Now all you have to do is to find the mine. Get an overview and find out where the riches lie.
Okay, so I've got to move the camera 500 meters, zoom the camera 2,000 meters, rotate the camera. I think you can rotate using the ASD keys. We've got some tips here. Click and hold the right mouse button to move the mouse. Oh, so we can move with the camera. We can zoom in and out on the center mouse button. This says rotate the camera. Okay, so we can rotate, like tilt the camera.
Discover the entrance to the tunnel.
I must admit, I'm finding the camera a little bit sensitive. I don't know whether we can adjust that a little bit. It's got a bit of a difficult. Sorry, I'm zooming in and out because I think I've got to resist the temptation to use the keys and the mouse at the same time. So I think I'm going to have to settle on one option or another. Okay, let's just have a quick look at the. No bonus tasks. Okay, so there's a great big question mark here. Camera seems to, if you press, it just seems to float in a little bit more after you take your finger off the mouse button.
What a promising claim. Even though only a few boulders have been mined so far, that's no reason to lose heart. You'll just have to dig deeper. You ought to get hold of some solid timber from the nearby forest so that the fine shaft doesn't cave in. The beams will be excellent for stabilizing the tunnel. Build a station where the horse carts can be packed with logs.
I think for general moving around the map like this, right, if you don't want to rotate, I think might be easier just to use the keys. Okay, let's just move this around a bit, see if we can line up things. Yeah, I think it's going to take a little getting used to the camera. I think it wants us to click here, road, buildings. There's build a truck stop in the highlighted area. That's what we got here. Modular bus tram station. I presume that's passengers. It's gonna. Well, at least it snaps to the road. So you come in here. You got footpaths, but we need a road connection.
Explain to the
we got plenty of cash, so
which route
we'll worry about that in the future. Establish new line which runs from new stop to existing stop near the. Okay. How do we do a line? Is this line manager? Okay. New line, so we got to go from there to there. We need to go back. Nope, it actually connects back. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that. Because I was expecting to click back that way. There's build a vehicle depot. So, what is the vehicle depot? Is that tram depot, road depot? So that's trams. Used to buy and sell trucks. Well, it's telling us we've got to put it out there. Okay.
Everything's all set. Now all you have to do is to get hold of a cart to transport the wood.
Okay, so we've got to buy a cart. It says buying a vehicle. It says click on the depot and buy a horse cart. Oh, of course, the start is 1865. Buy vehicles. What do we want? It's all got passenger, we got cargo. Okay. This is buy one. Okay, we'll buy one.
A sturdy vehicle. The transport can get started.
Now what do I go? It says allocate vehicle to line. Where's the this allocate set line road vehicle? Okay. So we got to highlight the road vehicle line one.
It won't be long before it's possible to dig deeper. Well then, good luck.
Okay, let me just. We're paused at the moment, so. Is that my truck there? Yeah, I think if we zoom out a bit. So we got a truck here. It can carry 4 logs. It travels a whole 14 kilometers an hour. Why are we on kilometers? I would have thought we'd be on miles per hour, but that might be configurable. Well, I'll look at that later on. I'm not going to worry too much. I don't really want to mess the campaign up a bit. So we got, whoops. We've got 20 logs here. And we've got that truck there. Delivers logs. Can we get more trucks? Okay. We got here. Clone selected vehicle, send selected vehicle to depot. Okay. I mean, I think we can probably speed up a little bit. What I'd like to do is complete this whole mission in this video. So we'll try and push it along. And we'll literally, it says we're spending money. So I don't know if there's any. Right, we got a truck coming this way, delivering the logs. Oops. Hopefully we can adjust the mouse sensitivity on this. Task completed.
Everything that glitters is gold. Maybe your poker partner was sharper than you thought. Despite all the hardship, the mine only brings in a few chunks of silver ore. At best, you ought to get rid of it before it ruins you. Luckily, new greenhorns constantly get stranded in Virginia City, who you can peddle that confounded pit to for good money. You got rid of the silver mine for a decent amount. Time to invest this money in a lucrative
109 million.
And there's an excellent opportunity. All the ore from the mine must be transported to the silver mills down by the river. A railroad that takes over the promising venture.
So we've got to build a rail line down to here. Looks like the rail track's gonna go around there. Sorry, I'm not following the mission exactly. I'm just curious to see. Okay, so we're gonna have to go around there, but first thing we gotta do is build a cargo station. So here we go in here, building. So this is standard tracks. What we got here? This is a passengers and select the variant with 120. Oh, so we can actually. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Next question is, how do I rotate? Now, I did see this. I think is it M and M. Oh, so I'm trying to connect the actual passenger platform with the track, not the thing. Okay.
The terrain is treacherous and requires a few very twisted curves.
So it says connect the open ends of the track to at Devil's Pass, Skull Road, and Washington. Build missing track elements. Okay. Let's just find the track. It says we got to connect from. Okay, cancel. Okay. I presume we've got to make a tunnel. So build like that, it builds the tunnels automatically. And we just adjust it. Okay. So we connected through to there. And wow. I think maybe we'll go this way. Well, the autosave has just gone through. Right, we've now got to. Oops, cancel that. We look at things before we have to commit to build. Oh, that looks pretty cool. I like that viaduct. Does that give us various options? Okay.
Build a railroad route that rapidly transports all the ore to the valley.
Okay. Let's build a railway road. So we've now got this station here, this station here. So I suppose we've got to collect a new line from there to here.
A respectable railroad.
Can we rename this?
A proper railroad yard.
Rename. Okay. I'll just call this Silver Track for the moment. What we got to do is we've got to build a train depot. Buy trains, but first you must build a train depot. It says we've got to build a train depot there. Oops. See what we got here. Standard tracks, buildings. This is the train depot. I'm presuming I'm going to have to build this. Whoops. Bit.
Truly well done structure.
If you see me doing things wrong, feel free to chuck it in the comments. Okay. Because as I say, I've got a lot to learn on this game and I want to share it with you.
It's high time to buy a beautiful locomotive together with a few freight cars.
It won't let me lay any more track. Okay, we got to buy. What have we got to buy? Click on the depot, buy a locomotive and 3 freight cars for silver ore. 5 vehicles. So we got presumes. Oh, we've only got the 1 train. So it gets added down here. And cargo. What we got here? This we've only got the 1. We got about 3 of those. 1, 2, 3. And that's going to cost. Wow. It's going to cost us 870,000.
What
No
a
wonder you got
handsome
107
iron
million.
horse. Time to send it on its maiden journey.
Okay. So this is the train, and we've got to.
Ore transport
At
is
least
picking
it's
up
sensitive. You can't assign a
speed.
train
It'll make you
to a
richer than
truck
all the
route.
silver in Nevada ever could.
Okay.
Drop in everything to cheer your marvel of engineering. Don't pass up the chance to climb aboard and give him a friendly wave.
Okay. Here's my train. Oh. Oh, that's cool. Hey, oops. Maybe we backwards. Up. Here we come to the station.
Thanks to your railroad, silver smelting is moving fast and furious.
Okay.
All sorts of fine ladies and high-class gents get off in Dawson's. Make sure they don't ruin their good shoes on the muddy streets.
Okay.
Find out about the needs of your future passengers.
Activate the land use layer. Okay. What's this here? Land use layer.
Your services are needed to the same degree.
Where's Carson
everywhere in
City?
town.
Okay. Build a bus stop for each in the highlighted areas. There's only one highlighted. Oh no, there's highlighted area there as well. So we've got to build a bus stop. Bus or tram stop. Now my instinct would be that, okay, we can build one there. Okay, we built one there. And there. My instinct would be to connect these roads up so we actually get a circular route. Okay, link the stops with a new line. And we're going to connect that one, that one, to that one.
Build a depot where the horses can be hitched up and the coaches can wait.
Okay. What we got here? That's a tram depot. So do we have to build a tram depot? It's telling me where I have to build it. Oh, can I build it anywhere? I can build it anywhere. Okay. Let's just turn that round. Okay. Buses and trucks. Okay. So I was trying to build the wrong one.
Purchase a few coaches with horses so that you can get started.
Okay. Passengers. Does it say how many I've got to? By 3. Okay, we can. And okay, I assign these to what's line 2. What line is this then? Okay, it's got to be line 2. They've already been assigned. Where's the trucks? Where's my vehicles gone then? Okay. Line 2.
Great. The first passengers are already waiting.
Got other little trucks. So which ones are my trucks? Those are my trucks. So who are you?
The Territorial Enterprise reports. A beast is up to no good in the area. According to eyewitnesses, it leaped from tree to tree, was at least 10 feet tall, had a shaggy black pelt, and enormous feet. Now, ask the reporter what it's all about.
Okay. Okay, accept.
The reporter, a certain Mr. Clemens, has revealed his source to you. An old good-for-nothing by the name of Sam Hawkins. He's supposed to be in the saloon in Virginia City. Could be it means buying him a couple of shots of hard liquor before he comes up with the truth.
Okay, he's in the saloon. Is this the saloon? No? Okay.
The good man was happy to provide information. The monster got a few feet taller with each whiskey you bought him.
Must admit, I do like the
Gobbles up
buildings
whole
and
towns.
overview of
Picks
this.
the remains out of its teeth with a wagon tongue. Or informed out near the Ponderosa Ranch if he...
Over here. The Ponderosa Ranch. That's a take of a very old television series called Bonanza.
To your visit to the Ponderosa Ranch. Apparently, you're
Cartwright.
first to be hot on the
Wonder if they've
monster's
got Av
heels.
Hoss in there.
Rancher claims that dozens laid siege to their land, but just when he was about to run them off, they hurried away towards Lake Tahoe with a paper hot off the presses in their hands.
Find the next clue. Where's Lake Tahoe? Okay, so it's over here. So we're just clicking.
The Territorial Enterprise reports. The wild man is dead. His body was committed to the waters of Lake Tahoe, where it will sink to a depth of over 600 feet, be encased motionless in a block of ice, and shrink to the size of a small child due to the high pressure. Well, guess not much can be done about that.
This is very much encouraging you to look round the map and see what's going on. So, the wonders of Carson City. Okay, residential building, cancel that. So what does it want us to do now? Wonders of Carson
Where
City.
not too long ago there was nothing more than a dreary two-bit town, a magnificent little city now flourishes, thanks to your transportation service. Let's have a big round of applause.
Okay. Got to find a train first. Let's just get.
Hooray! There's no end to the rejoicing. It's all thanks to you.
Well, we've done that. Okay, that one's done. Continue.
Make sure that the rest of the world is finally connected to Carson City, a veritable boom town.
It says build a passenger station in Carson City and connect it with the passenger station in Reno. So we need to build a passenger station just here. Okay, buildings, passenger station. Just rotate this. Must be connected to the road. Okay. Must admit, I do like the fact that you can change the length of the stations. I presume those little blue tabs there are passenger access. Okay. So I'm going to zoom in and have a quick look. Okay. Now what we got to do is lay some tracks all the way up to that bridge there. Okay. Let's rotate this a little bit. And now I'm assuming that you've actually got to lay your tracks. How we just do this in one big long line. Okay, well, I think we'll go to there. Oops, cancel. And
Buy a train arrangement that brings people from all over the world to Carson City.
build a new depot near the new line and connect it by another locomotive and 3 passenger trains. Okay, buildings. Now my instinct is that based on like workers and resources, that if you're going to build a depot, you do something like this. And then what you do is, I mean, I don't know, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, as I say, is what my instinct would be to and that's connected. and then I would. So it's not construction not possible. So it's not going to let me build there. Okay. Okay, I'll concede defeat. Just going to cancel that. Buy a vehicle. Have to buy a locomotive. Add that. Well, we got to buy 3 passenger cars. 1, 2, 3. 1.482 million. Wow.
Time to inaugurate the line from Reno to Carson City, the town built on silver.
I haven't actually created a route yet, have I? Oh, it's a bit of a fail.
There's firewood up in Glenbrook.
Wait.
That'll get the steam engines in the silver works puffing real nice. But watch out that you don't cross paths with the Cartwrights from the Ponderosa Ranch. They're not the kind of folks to tangle with. Off and running.
I can definitely see the point of naming tracks. This life would get very confusing. There's transfer 20 passengers. We're going to connect. Our train is off and running up over here. Wow. That's cool. I mean, can we see? Can we click on here? Terminals, charts, loaded, unloaded over 3 years. Okay. There's bring people to Carson City, bring people. So we've got to move 20 people in each way. Now, where does everyone live? Does everyone live here? Let me see. What's the... let's have a look at this side. I presume this has been deliberately put so that people will move. Oh look, there's a little person stood there that says there's 3 people at Reno Station. Okay. Ponderosa Ranch. What have we got to do here? There's firewood up in Glenbrook for the steam engines for the Silverworks. Real nice, but watch out for they don't pass. Okay, except what we got.
You barely got away from the Cartwright boys. Now get a respectable load of logs down to the valley as fast as possible before the ranchers come back again.
So we got to deliver the logs to there. And I'm presuming we've got to build something up here. Let's just have a look. Don't need a row. We need a truck stop, don't we? This is a truck station. Okay, just you see that turns white. How far away can I get that? I'm just experimenting a little bit at the moment because I'm assuming that if you can build away from there, the less transport, and that will make your routes more efficient. It's just construction not possible. Okay. I can see me having some fun here. Okay, we're going to build that there. And we got to, where's the, that's a cargo delivery station. Yeah. Can we do a route from new line from there to here? Log carry. I'm definitely going to need to get into the habit of naming these tracks. Line 1, line 2 is going to be absolutely meaningless. And we fire vehicles here, cargo vehicles. Does it say how many we want? No. Okay, we'll just buy 3 of those. And I'm just going to assign set you to log carry. I'm assuming that these are the trucks that can, yeah, they can carry logs. This is basically duplicating what I did over here. Let's have a look over, see how things are going. We've got a great big pile of logs there, and we've only got the one truck here. So we've got passengers moving. We've got our trucks moving up here to go and collect the logs from the Ponder Rosewood Ranch. Okay, let's just have a... Yes. So this guy's following the one in front. Oops. So if I press that slower, so I've got to remember not to... Yeah, I like your top hat. I think the horses might... not exactly what type of gait you would call that for a horse, but it's cool though. I'm enjoying this. I actually like the map terrain. There is a lot of detail on here. Sorry, I'm getting a bit carried away. So we've got this up and running. Let's just check our train station. Right, we've brought enough people to Reno. I'm guessing my train is up here, so let's see if we can go and find the train. There's got to be a quick way to do this. iManager. There's the train. Don't exactly have a cab here. Oh, he's got a dirty face. And we're heading for Carson City. We actually have 28 passengers on board out of 42. That's cool. And we've completed the mission. Let me just get out of here.
Town in the whole West,
where
you find the best saloons and the loveliest ladies of ill repute far and wide. Nerdy suggested to spend those silver dollars you so richly deserved. Your railroad business is the real gold mine in the state of Nevada.
Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue playing for a little while. I'm assuming I can play. Oh, it's on pause. Okay. Now I'm just going to let the game run just to wind this video up, just so I can have a little bit of an overview. I definitely got to practice with these camera controls, and I just want to have a quick look. Is there any way that we can adjust the sensitivity? Anti-aliasing, audio interface. Have a look. No. I mean, if any of you know how to adjust the camera controls, feel free to chuck it in the comments. Camera tool load, return back. Camera tool stop backspace. Add keyframes, clear, play. Okay. Voiceover's okay. Graphics. And yeah, geometry, okay. Well, we didn't change anything, so. Yep. So I'm just going to have to learn to live with the camera controls. And as I say, what we got up here. There are no warnings. That's useful. So all in all, I am pretty impressed with this so far. Let's just let it run on that button forward. It seems we're losing money, but that's understandable. This is just the first mission teaching us the basics. And so I'm just going to have to learn a little bit about the... So we got 19 passengers here. Just gonna, if I can get this camera control underneath. There's actually people going around it. Can I actually click on individuals? Yes, I can. Blake Phillips, overview, details. And his destination, Reno, commercial building. So he's going to commercial. Now that is going to be very useful. I can see that in the long term. And everything is going along quite well. We've got our logging camp here, so have a quick look at this.
Thanks to the supply, Silver ore processing is for transport business too.
Okay, I've just got myself another exemplary student. So obviously I didn't complete all the missions. So this is production, and that is there. I just want to have another look at the overlay. We've only got the one overlay unlocked, and it says residential, commercial. I presume the darker the colour, the better they are. So, and industrial. So in some ways, it's following the same kind of standard convention for most city building games: green for residential, blue for commercial, yellow for industrial. Let's just go over here, and yep, over this area here. Just get out of that. See if we can escape out. So we've got our truck here. Everything's working okay. I must admit, I do like the clarity of the lines. It shows the direction. It shows the trucks moving along the lines as well. I do like that. It actually shows how much. Obviously, my rail line isn't particularly that efficient. I've got a great big pile of silver ore waiting to be shipped there. But I'm sure that will come through in the future. Actually, we've made $85,000. Okay, that's cool. Let me just have just to wind this video up. Just want to go back through the interfaces. Obviously, I don't think everything is unlocked yet. So what's this? So this is Wall Street. What's this? I'm not exactly sure what that is. Tram track, so we can lay trams. What's this? These are waypoints. Waypoints used for rerouting a line. Oh, that's useful. That's buildings. These are cut roads. So let me see. Wouldn't want to do it there, but if we go to Castle City, I want to lay in a couple of roads just out of curiosity. So like, okay. So if I put a road out like that, and so we can build roads. I mean, this is the type of thing I would want to do. What's this? Small country road, medium country road, large country road. So we've only got country roads at the moment. Cancel. Remember to click and drag here. God, connect that up. Because if I was actually going to do this bus route properly, I would make it circular. As I do. I mean, if any of you watch my City Skylines, you'll be aware that I like my circular routes. This road doesn't go anywhere, so probably. That's interesting. You can actually have a cul-de-sac and it puts the footpaths in for you. I'm assuming you can. Yeah. Oh, you've got to pay to remove roads, buildings as well. Okay. What's full steam ahead? Okay. No tasks available. Yeah, thank you. So we can build roads, and so the highlighted white area is the coverage of this, so that's got plenty of coverage. That's the where we buy trucks, and I'm assuming that if you wanted to expand, say you wanted to pick up people from this area, you're gonna have to put some form of local transport system in. Okay, so these actually provide the coverage. And I think this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting. Apologies for my dodgy camera work, because I must admit this camera is a lot more sensitive than it is in No Man's Sky. And it's going to take a little bit of getting used to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a short series of doing all these campaigns, because I do have to learn the game. Then once I've actually finished the campaigns, if any of you are interested, if you think I'm rubbish at it, feel free to chuck it in the comments. Any tips, hints, if you're experienced Transport Fever players, tell me where all my mistakes are. Once I've actually gone through all the campaigns, then we'll look at maybe doing a free play just to see how things go. But this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.